This week's episode of the award-winning Here For It podcast is brought to you by Missing Persons. I just watched the extended trailer for Insecure, and I am filing a missing person report. Lawrence Bay is nowhere in the trailer again, and I'm having problems. Issa Rae, what have you done with Jay Ellis? He is missing. I am looking for him.
She pressed the red X at the top of her browser.
She got the Infinity Gauntlet and snapped that nigga out of the show somehow.
Yep.
I'm not here for it. I'm not here for it. I want to see Lawrence Bay. Stop acting like you didn't fuck another nigga on him.
Okay. And the gag is she ended up homeless and living at his house.
And living on another nigga's couch. Look how the tables turn.
And went to her friend and said, "Girl, help me." And then her friend looked at the numbers and was like, "You should have stayed where you at."
That's a friend. And look, and we didn't know that her friend was an accountant. Like, all of them are bad bitches at this point. I don't know what the pregnant one is doing, but she pregnant, so winning. But the larger, funny friend is account. Is she not larger than everybody in the group?
Shout out to Insecure coming back August 12th on
Have
HB.
you seen them?
Oh.
Tell me, have you seen them? Seen them?
Who?
Lawrence Bay.
Oh, child. My name is Ronald Matters. Follow me on the internet at Ronald Matters. And of course, RonaldMatters.com.
I am the Superman, TheeSupaman, a.k.a. the Dominican Daddy, BKA your favorite side nigga.
Ooh, those are two good choices. Can you be both tonight?
I'm always them.
Oh, okay. Wow.
You can find me on bbw.org as well.
Before we get too far in the show, shout out to Aaron and Cecil. Thank you for subscribing to our Patreon this month. We appreciate your donation because we just bought tequila and gin. So, you know, we love y'all. And shout out to the audio quality this week. We are back. If we had announced
back
we were
again.
taking 4 weeks off, y'all would have been mad. So then we tried to get chat. We talked about this on Patreon. There's like an extra 30 minutes of bonus content on Patreon right now that we uploaded this week. And we just finished recording more content to upload. We talked about John X's
foray into gay porn.
Yeah, you got to go to Patreon.
And free the city girl.
Free JT.
One of the city girls is in jail, y'all.
So go to
She's
our
going down.
patreon.com/HereForItPod. Link will be in the description. The second thing is, now is your chance to nominate us, Here For It Podcast, for the People's Choice Podcast Awards. Go to podcastawards.com, and you know, when you see the group that say Best LGBTQ Podcast, click our name, and of course, the prestigious People's Choice. So handle that right now.
So do we know if this is Cecil from
podcastawards.com.
Married to Medicine?
We got celebrity listeners.
I think it might be Cecil from Married to Medicine.
Oh my God.
Even though he doing Dr. Simone wrong. All right.
I want him to stay with Dr. Simone.
Well, thank you, Dr. Cecil, for at least listening to our podcast. Hopefully you learned something and grow. Dr. Simone is a good woman. It's a good woman.
Good man, Savannah. What's our icebreaker?
Our icebreaker this week is the time has come.
Oh, Lord.
You have to beat me in a lip sync for your life.
How do you do that in audio?
You are going to pick one song.
Okay.
So we make it to the Drag Race finale.
All right.
You are problematic. What was your drag name?
Preposterous.
Very, close.
Yep.
Same. And I am Toya. We make it to the
Detroit.
Drag Race.
Detroit.
We make it to the Drag Race finale.
Yes.
You have to pick a song to beat me.
Uh-huh.
What song are you going to win? What song do you think you're going to win to? Because when I say mine, you know you're not going to win.
All right. I have seen Whitney Houston, I'm Your Baby Tonight, so many times in Memphis. Shout out to Sheila.
Sheila won our motherfucking Eve.
Here we go. Drag royalty in Memphis. So I've seen this, so I feel like I could I watch Sheila do it every week and turn the party, get all those dollar bills. Like, she'll play with y'all on her first song, but the second song is always I'm Your Baby Tonight. Shout out to Memphis.
Well, good luck to you.
Thank you. Thank you.
But when I give my rendition,
I'm inspired by drag royalty. I'm not about to let Sheila One-Eye motherfucking E down.
I'm sorry, Sheila, but your favor's going home. She's coming back to 901 Shelby Drive. Look alive. Because when I bring y'all You Mean the World to Me by Toni Braxton, I'm going to put my nuts on the pavement.
It's drag.
And that's how you know. My nuts will be on the pavement, but they won't see it.
Okay, girl.
Okay. I'm right. Tony the Tuck. I'm Tony the Tuck. That's it.
You Toya the Tuck.
Oh, yeah. Toya. See,
Tony is the artist. So you can't even get you need more
I'm
practice.
Toya. I am Toya the Tuck lip syncing to Toni Braxton. Excuse you. Ooh, you mean the world. You mean the world to me. I'm sending the girls home. Period. Off top.
Free JT.
Free RM. Free Ronald Matters since he's going to 901 when I send him home on that song.
Oh.
And that is our
icebreaker. That was good. I like that. You bought him twice this week, didn't you?
Not yet. We are also extending Pride Month until we get a new fucking president because the current one that we have is fucking broke.
Hashtag jokes.
It's broken more than one way. And so until we get another one, we're extending Pride Month. So July, it's Pride. Yay!
Shut out. It's summertime anyway, so put your tanks on and your coochie cutters and get out there in them streets.
And while you got your coochie cutters and tanks on, please go out here and help me find the lost footage that Toni Braxton has.
Yes,
of Find Me a Man that she is teasing us with. Why the fuck? 10 to 15 years later, do you have a video hidden that you did not share with the world?
Well. Bitch, she was slaying in that video. Stiff
She was. I'm so mad. I am so mad and so happy at Toni Braxton at the same damn time. She put out this great song. It wasn't like the biggest hit on the album, but all of the other songs on the album was hits anyway. But she put out this great song, Still Means So Much to Me, and shot a video for it and never released the video and was like, you know what? 2018 is the right time to get these hoes a little piece of what I had did back then.
You deserve some punishment. We deserve some punishment for not give you your flowers.
For not buying Pulse. That's probably what we deserve punishment for.
Secrets. Ooh. Mm-hmm. Come on, Tony. Stiff well.
Yeah.
This wig. Vocals. Stiff well.
And the men aren't.
Okay, well, I don't want to get a copyright strike.
There's that. But shout out to her for that. I want the whole video tonight, please. Thanks.
I want it yesterday. Mm-hmm. I think the girls say that right. That means,
yeah, I mean, like, if she put out 2 clips, I need all 4 minutes and 50 seconds of the song.
Well, thanks. I need to get my clips together because I'm sure my wig is going to be woo.
Just take it off. Just take it off and leave it off. The word of the day this week is bug chasing.
Yep.
I'm sure you already know what bug chasing is.
When you tell the mosquitoes to get away from you because it's July and the mosquitoes is heavy. I got my off repellent with DEET. We talked about that previously on the podcast. So bug chasing, bugs get away from me. I'm running away from the bugs.
That is in Tennessee, yes.
Oh.
Bug chasing other places is also known as auto-infecting. It is the people that are negative, that are pursuing becoming HIV positive because of multiple different reasons. Some of the reasons are they're scared that they're going to eventually contract the virus anyway. Some of the reasons are they already have a partner that's positive. Some of the reasons are they just want to get it out the way. You know, this looming thing. So many people around me are HIV positive, and if I just become HIV positive, is one less thing I have to worry about. And so, it's titled bug chasing. It's fetishized in porn, but it's still a real deal thing, like people do in real life outside of porn. Why people do it? I watched a couple documentaries talking about it. Vice did an amazing documentary in Cuba about. People there,
healthcare there is not just really.
Yeah, and that was the point, was the people didn't have any healthcare. And so to get healthcare, they were contracting HIV because HIV was one of the protected.
It'll put you in the front of the line for care. It
protected them. It not even just for care, but for housing. So they got housing out of it. They got food out of it. And they got good healthcare because the country was so afraid of the virus and still is. The documentary was very recent. But it was a real lifestyle because so many of these people were partying with other HIV positive people, and we're seeing that, oh, well, when Fernando goes home tonight, he going home to, you know, a big building with lights, running water, and a bed and food and water, and he coming back out to party.
And I gotta go pushing coconuts on the beach and playing with these tourists, and they get on my nerves.
Yeah, or a hut,
or
a hut. Yeah, exactly. And so they documented showing someone literally drawing the blood out of an HIV positive person with a syringe.
Wow.
And putting it in his own veins to become HIV positive. So bug chasing was not just only a sexual thing, or is.
Can that person go to jail for doing that?
No.
It's like on camera, especially. Like, wow.
I'm sure Cuba doesn't have laws.
Y'all are trying to throw shade at the government. Like, y'all are trying to bamboozle the government by doing this.
Yeah, I mean, in the United States, that probably would come back around. But in places like Cuba, I'm sure the government doesn't have the capabilities to track that kind of thing or to jail someone. So it worked in that case.
He became HIV positive.
Yes.
Bitch, if you don't send me the link to this.
It's a really good
documentary
on Vice, but it covered something that's really, really important, that bug chasing is real in impoverished areas, and here in the first world it doesn't have to be. You can be more cognizant about the HIV around you without becoming infected with the HIV around you is the most important part. People were trying to free themselves without even getting tested, as far as on the gay side of things.
People were trying to free them. What does that mean?
Like not getting tested because they didn't want to find out.
Oh, like pray tell on post.
Like pray tell. Oh. We will get there as well.
We're gonna get there. Man.
We will get there.
My wig was touched again on last night.
I like. There's only 2 more episodes, and I'm like,
okay, we're gonna talk about that. But okay, so I blogs on ronaldmatters.com about sex roulette parties where they have orgies and one person secretly has HIV, and the HIV has no face, and is this guy going to be the guy that gives me HIV? And everybody's barebacking, and sex roulette parties were becoming really popular. And over in Europe especially, they were seeing increases in HIV rates because people were involved in these parties. Just imagine the girl down to the health department like, yeah, so girl, my number came back positive today because, you know, I was at the party. You know what I'm saying? We was getting down. What? And like, the details is it's like 8 guys and one of them secretly had HIV, and the host of the party knew this but didn't tell anyone else at the party. That is, and to be a willing participant in that because you are HIV positive, and some men feel like the world has done them wrong and no one protected them, and they became HIV positive, so now they're spiteful and willing to give the virus to other people. Like that whole
that's a culture. And even with the sex roulette, it's really an idea. Like those parties, when they do happen, there's not just one person in there that has HIV.
Well, there's one person openly who has HIV.
There's not even
who knows their status. That has HIV.
No. There's more than one person in those parties that has HIV. The people that are willing participants that are negative are trying to play this guessing game, but people that organize it know that the other people that are negative are typically
Ernesto ain't the only one.
Right. He ain't the only one. So you can't be like, well, I don't know if I got it tonight. You probably got it because it wasn't just more than one person in that room that was HIV positive. That's just a narrative, a story that people tell so that they can have something to fantasize about of, I don't know whether I got it or not.
And bug chasing is just a thing. Oh, my God.
Yeah. So that's the word of the day, WERD, word of the day.
Yeah. It's we stole that from ball culture because Pose, I don't know what's ball culture and what somebody in Memphis made up. I like that.
It's a mixture. It's a mixture. And Cardi B did not make it up. For all of y'all that are 19 and below, Cardi B did not make that shit up. Sorry.
Cardi B didn't make that up either.
The next subject is also a little bit serious.
Classy. Okay, here we go.
You want to argue? I can't argue with you. Look at you. You mad. You big mad. But I'm happy. I'm happy and gay.
Oh.
Leave me alone, Kiara.
Oh, Kiara Sheard. Oh, wow. Okay, Plies. What did Kiara Sheard say? I saw it trending, but what did she say?
She said a lot. So there's a video. If you guys have not seen it already,
I haven't. I wasn't going to even look it up.
I did because of research purposes.
Yeah,
Work. First off, my Detroit sister.
Oh yeah, the Clarks are from gospel royalty.
I really had hoped that I would never have this day come, but you can't argue with me. And Kira, however talented and pretty you are wrong as fuck.
Per usual.
She said a whole bunch of problematic things about the testimony of gays being molested.
Oh, we were all molested? Okay.
We were all supposedly molested. She has no facts behind this. She has no degrees in this. She is no one's psychologist. She is no one's psychiatrist.
Nope.
However, she is diagnosing people down to a concert. Like, did we pay you for a consultation or did we pay you to sing? So the whole time, Kiara Sheard went from like a size 6 or 7 to a size
here you go
14. But now she's criticizing sins from the same.
Gluttony is a sin.
Is a great sin. So I'm trying
to
figure out.
One of the 7 deadly, girl.
I'm trying to figure out like why me being over here happy and gay has anything to do with your wide ass hips.
But fat shaming in response to homosexuality,
I don't think it's shame. I am giving her answers and enlightenment. I'm not saying she should be ashamed to be fat because she probably ain't. She's a big girl from Detroit. Half of them ain't. They're proud to be big. I am just pointing out that her bigness is also a sin because she would like to point out that my gayness is a sin because she thinks I was molested and that's how I'm gay.
Kiara Sheard has 6 albums. Can you name 3 of them?
Nobody else can.
Okay. Kiara Sheard, I'm on her Wikipedia. I don't see that she's won any awards.
She's won like local awards. She won like what's the gospel one?
Main point
is keep that same energy when you are talking about your own fucking sins. So don't come over here highlighting what you think.
Out of wedlock, eating shellfish.
All of that shit. Keep that same energy when you're talking about them fucking sins. Don't come over
baby
here.
Showers of unwed mothers. Y'all love a good a gender reveal party.
Fucking niggas in New Bethel Baptist Church that you wasn't married to.
All right. Well. So
keep that same energy when you're talking about sins. Keep that same energy. Remember that.
Update your notes, girl. Update your iPhone.
The Boy Is Mine is...
The song is mine. Brandy told y'all.
Is apparently Brandy's.
Yeah.
The only one that was debating that was Brandy.
Who had thought that? What you? It was on your album, since we know that.
Nobody was debating this at all.
Yeah.
But Brandy was debating this with herself and decided to tell people. So I just thought that was a quick note because stop debating with yourself in public, sis. You don't have to do that. You like have this whole platform. A lot of people think you're a legend. Just sing.
They use the Bible reference to her as well.
I'm sure.
Oh, you know why? I was Googling it as you were talking. Monica's second album title is "The Boy Is Mine." Wow, because I'm sure, which is 3 times platinum, U.S. platinum. These other things didn't chart after that. But the Boy Is Mine album is 3 times platinum in America, and Miss Thing is 3 times. Her original album is 3 times platinum. Those are Monica's highest charting. Okay,
but they also both have 1 Grammy, and as Monica has famously shared, she has the same Grammy I do. We share the Grammy. We got the Grammy together. So stop being all fucking high and mighty. You have 1 Grammy, sis, and you share it with 1 girl.
And the fact that you had to share it is shade if you the vocal Bible.
Okay.
Write that down.
Tell Lil' Kim that as well.
And look, I'm sure her grandma was like 5 other girls.
So, sorry about that, y'all. Speaking of other divas, Tamar is being problematic on the internet.
I thought you were talking about dumbasses. Dumbasses, not divas. She a dumbass.
All qualify.
She wrote a lot and vocally arranged a lot of Toni Braxton's hits, which we just went up. So I'd be real confused when she don't know how professionalism works. But I'm gonna let you finish.
I'm not confused because I think she does know how it works. So what we're talking about is this tirade and back and forth between her and Tank about band members and her not knowing things about why band members quit her and started working with Tank.
No, they weren't working with Tank. Tamar had a show somewhere, and she had booked out the flights and things, and they was like, OMW, sis, OMW. But turns out they were performing with Fantasia, and I want to say Lettuce. It was Fantasia and someone else at Essence Festival. So they actually didn't get on these planes that they had told Tamar that, okay, girl, I'm at my little pit stop. You know, what's it called when you have a layover? I hate flights with layovers. But they was like, girl, I'm at my layover. We on the way. And then so she like, okay, the band's coming. The band's secured. Sound checks at 4 o'clock. But it turns out these girls was really, if they had a layover, it was on the way to NOLA. Hashtag Essence Fest, July 5th through 7th, 2018.
Now that's a motherfucking stunt queen for your ass. Yeah, I'm on the way to work. Actually, I'm in Essence Festival in New Orleans.
That was
and I'm on video in the background. So, can I use this as PTO? I don't know. Do I have enough sick time? What do I do?
So Tamar had to cancel her show, and because of course when artists have to cancel their show, they either like to blame the promoter, blame the mayor for not letting the festival go on. You know, you have to blame somebody as the artist. So Tamar was like, well, my band is officially fired. I'm sorry. I think it was Pittsburgh, I want to say. Sorry, Pittsburgh, I couldn't do my show for y'all tonight, but the band didn't show up. So
why wasn't she at Essence though? Like
ultimate professional, consummate, is that the big word I like? Consummate professional. You have Love and War with just the background vocals, and you have All the Way Home with just the background vocals. Tell the DJ to spin that track. Get your butt on that stage. If your dancers are there, they know what to do because they travel with you. And do the show. You don't have to have a live band, sis. First of all, you could have saved all that money because the way this divorce going with you and Vince and this multi-million-dollar mansion up for sale in Calabasas, they say the girls is written. They doing Uber home rentals. Like, what the fuck?
Uber home rentals. I thought you was talking about Uber Black.
No, that was the joke. You missed the joke. Okay, so my joke failed. Okay, they doing like
villas, girl, villas.
Yeah, they
rich.
They renting it out because they don't nobody want to pay for it the amount that they're asking for. So they're renting it out 3 to 5 business days because like. And she got a condo somewhere in the city. Like, jokes, stunts, shenanigans. So Tank says on her Twitter, like, hey, sis, love you, but this is real unprofessional. You shouldn't be blessing your band like this. And so she tweeted back to Tank on Instagram. She tweeted
a whole bunch of shit that included Queen, which was a microaggression.
Don't you like getting your booty ate? I saw the interview and blah, blah, blah.
All of that had nothing to do with what was being talked about, which, again, why I said it was a microaggression, especially from somebody that is surrounded. Like, she has
last season of Tamar Events was
a whole classroom of gays around her. Why the fuck do you think it's okay for you to call a straight man a queen? Wink, wink.
Because he enjoys pleasures that you know nothing about.
Well, she damn sure was eating Vince's ass.
Woo. Oh, was she? Who knows? But yeah, I agree with you. She had some straight girl install her weave and it was installed wrong and it caused her weave to itch. So when she went on vacation in Mexico, her gay sister had to say, girl, let's go to the store and get some vinegar and put on your wig so it'll stop itching. Your sew-in is itching. And so like the another gay girl had to come help her after the horrible sew-in. Y'all should watch the last season of Tamar Events. It is jokes, stunts, and shenanigans all the way home.
Putting vinegar in your hair in the middle of Mexico don't sound like a good idea. Like,
yeah,
them bugs is about to wear your ass out.
Yeah.
Bless her. I'll leave that with
In Jesus'
that.
name, amen. No Kiara Sheard.
Yeah, so in other so nasty and so rude news, Leandria.
Can we do some happy news? Shit.
The next one will be happier.
Okay, great.
But
Shit.
we were on Essence Fest, and so this happened also.
Shout out to the Read podcast, the first podcast to headline Essence Festival. No other podcast has ever been invited to headline. So shout out to the Read, Kid Fury and Crystal. Thank you. Open the doors for the girls.
Absolutely. Continue doing it. Y'all are working it out. And y'all rich. I like it.
They love to say that they not. Oh, Cardi B said, first of all, why y'all alerting the IRS? Cardi B had made some video. They was like, Cardi B got too much money for this and blah, 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 blah. She was like, first of all, why are you alerting the IRS?
Telling on me. Dry snitching, bitch. So I'm
Leandria, though.
So we're dry snitching on the Read as well. They are really rich. Check them niggas out. Leandria Johnson canceled her own career after being disinvited and canceled from things that she was supposed to be doing at Essence Festival. She went on this whole drunken tirade on social media and proclaimed that she wasn't drunk.
She was down to the buffet. She checked in at the buffet.
I was like,
pissed.
If you're not drunk, seek help. Like this is definitely like drinking.
And she was at the buffet, so like, girl, it's pork chops. Go get you some pork. What's your favorite thing at the buffet?
The macaroni and cheese.
Ooh.
Because they always refresh it. Like they don't never leave dry macaroni and cheese out.
Yeah, because people are always coming to get
Yeah, because other things they'll leave out for like an hour and be dry, and it might be a flour and that on it. But macaroni and cheese, they're gonna get that shit together.
Buffet.
I'm
What's your favorite thing to get at a buffet? Leave us a comment wherever you're listening.
Absolutely. I'm not gonna give her too much because we all still really don't know all the details behind this. But freedom of speech can cost you your bookings.
All right.
Even though I agree with her saying fuck Christianity and fuck the church.
Well, not fuck Christianity, but the people who are the gatekeepers.
She was saying like the people that are in charge of religion are making it hard for her, supposedly, allegedly. That's why she can't be the Beyonce of gospel.
She said that. She did say that in the
I'm like, you were never gonna be the Beyonce of gospel. You were never gonna be the Beyonce of your block. But cool.
She did say that.
I understand what she's saying. I think her memes are very Monique-ish. And we see how well that did not work for Monique.
I did not think about that.
It didn't work for Monique. It's not gonna goddamn work for you because Monique is working with a larger base, and you are working with this smaller black church. And once they excommunicate your ass, you might as well just go somewhere else. Just be white, because black people are not gonna listen to you no more. They're not going to invite you to nobody's churches, nobody's festivals, nobody's revivals,
nobody's
thinking
about the buffet. Just
convocation.
Like,
my co-host.
Because it sounds like out to all of these events, they still have a fellowship. And who made the greens? Maybe I'm so bad.
Nicki Minaj had a video come out this past week since we have come back to you. And
hashtag bed video.
The bed video is really cute.
Got two directors and it shows.
It doesn't look like some of her best work, but she looks really good in it. And if you can do anything in a music video, because you don't have to actually sing or rap, it's look good.
Ariana Grande did do that,
and Ariana Grande looked good as well.
The best.
Like I don't know,
with that little bitty ass bra,
and it was a little bitty bra, and I was like, did she get a little more titty? I'm like, is she still in puberty and she's still like gaining a little bit of titty? Because I was like, I know she, like me and her are the same cup size. Me and her are the same cup size, but she looked like a smooth B in this video. So I'm excited for her. She had the same ponytail, but whatever. Hey, we're not gonna fight that.
She put another pack of hair in it.
We're not.
This
gonna
was
fight
for
that.
evening look.
We're not gonna fight that. So that was a good moment.
No, I'm looking for a tweet. I hope I tweet so much, Lord. Follow me on Twitter at Ronald Matters. I'm always.
But the video made me feel like a dangerous woman.
Come through.
So I'm excited. Hopefully, whatever she has planned next is gonna be better because there's been a lot of shiftiness in this whole fucking Nicki Minaj era currently.
The tweet I'm on my Love and Hip Hop tweets from last night, so that means I've passed my tweet for today. It was saying that Nicki Minaj was a mermaid for a video. Okay, here it goes. Okay, so now Nicki is dressed up as a mermaid for a song called Bed from her album called Queen, where she's Egyptian, but also a Chinese character. And it has a gif of a person with their hand on their forehead like, girl, I give up. Nicki Minaj, where is the art direction in this?
Multiple.
Dimensions. First of all, you Chun-Li, then you Roman, then she tweeted
Jamaican for Barbie Tings.
And then she was talking about she introduced the mermaid is a new character. She tweeted that the mermaid is a new character named somebody, who knows.
And she also said she wasn't the actual mermaid. The mermaid was a real mermaid. And the real mermaid swam back out to sea after they did the video.
I gotta go clock my lunch break over. You just call me when you pick a person.
She has multiple people. That's what Barack Obama said. Barack Obama famously said about her ass. She plays characters. She plays characters. So why we can't be mad at her?
I don't. She's either Egyptian or she's Honoluluan. Is that a word?
No. Just leave it at what Barack Obama said. That's all you have to do with that.
I'm confusion. I am confusion.
Scarlett Johansson.
We are confusion.
She is literally confusion. She is confusion, and I'm about to get her. I'm about to get her ass unconfused. You cannot play a trans man. I don't know. You're never gonna get this Oscar that you think you want. You're not that good. You're barely an Avenger. Barely. Woohoo! Stop with the shit. Scarlett Johansson is trying to play a trans man in the upcoming biopic Rub and Tug, which showcases the real life of real trans man Dante Tex Gill. Dante Tex Gill was actually 250 pounds of trans man gruffness, like real. Scarlett Johansson has taken to her social media and has given a couple interviews trying to defend her decision to play a trans man.
But what about everybody else who have played?
They were all fucking wrong as well.
Okay.
When you take roles from trans people that currently are only featured on Pose, or anytime that we hire Orange is the New Black. Mm-hmm. Anytime that we hire on Orange is the New Black, the trans girls get a casting call. Mm-hmm. Trans girls, Laverne Cox. And others, because there was another trans girl on there as well.
It was, but I don't remember.
I don't remember her name. That's why I said Orange is the New Black. That's when they had
multiple
girls were on that show that were trans. Pose, girls are on that show that are trans. You can come to the audition, girl, however you are.
Submit your tapes.
We are
get your callbacks.
Producing a big budget Hollywood movie about a trans man, and we don't have a trans man audition call because Scarlett Johansson wants another job.
She's producing it or directing or something?
She was already producing, yes.
Okay.
She was already producing, so all the fuck she had to do was just say, let me get my credit as producer, make sure the movie's great. Yeah, I was on the casting call anyway. Scarlett Johansson is nowhere near 250 pounds.
The deposit at the casting company was going to be the same.
And fighting back these rumors about, people not giving you a chance when you haven't given an actual trans person a chance to be the star of a big budget film is deplorable.
She was in another movie where the girls told her this previously, like
Ghost in the Shell.
It was an Asian character in Ghost in the Shell, and the girls like, "Hey, we just saw the trailer for this new movie. We would really love an Asian person to be." But now everybody running to Hong Kong and Chinatown and Tokyo to include the China market in their movies. But when it comes time to cast an actual person from Asian culture in the film, we still need an American staple.
American white woman staple.
No.
And there were trans activists that got her ass together via Twitter that were saying,
blogs.
I have been living my life as this person for X amount of years. There's nothing that Scarlett Johansson can bring to this role that I can't. I know what it's like to be a trans man. I know the struggles. If you don't know what it's like to walk 1 mile in that shoe, why the fuck do you think that you can play it? You are not that great of an actress. You never actually were.
So I just want to give a shout out to Seven King, Sevenking. I hope y'all heard all that. A black trans man who produces the show Eden's Garden on YouTube. They show getting T injections, which is testosterone. In the life of a black trans man, make sure you check out Eden's Garden. I'll retweet the post from RonaldMatters.com, of course. And shout out to Seven King and everything Seven King is doing to make sure that black trans men get every piece of ounce of light of shine, child.
Dignity, respect.
We out here
jobs,
trying bookings. So shout out to Seven King, CEO of Seven King Studios, LLC, and check out sevenkingstudios.com.
The next category is Daddy Dick.
Oh my gosh.
That jarred you a little bit.
I was going to say, I was about to take a sip. I literally have my glass up. He said dick, and I was like, ooh.
Daddy Dick, not just regular dick. Like Daddy Dick is different. Like you
These
just
other topics was heavy, so thank you. Oh, this is a heavy topic I like. Hello.
Girth. There's girth to this. So again, Daddy Dick is like when it's not just like regular dick. It's like you can just lean
aged.
on. Yeah. It's matured.
Oh, you look at you being classy mature. Okay.
Yeah. It's experienced. So Daddy Dick had rolled up on Blanca, and Blanca didn't know what to do. Blanca was shook. We're talking about Pose for those of you who don't know. Daddy Dick had rolled up on Blanca, and Blanca was shook, and I was shook with her because
I was happy.
That's what I was saying. I was like, Blanca needs this.
Hashtag trade.
And I still was like, Blanca, you should at least go over there for the night. You can use him back.
What was proposed? What happened?
Well, he was using his A1 daddy game and was coming up and had all the one-liners and you run through my mind all the day and you an angel from heaven.
The angels did so. I was like, oh, yes, bitch. Stiff well. Okay. Stiff well.
Stiff right here. Everybody was stiff. Everybody was stiff. Blanca might have been a little stiff too. But the way Darius had rolled up on her.
Yeah, Darius.
Daddy Dick. It all rhymes. You see
all right. Ooh.
Yeah. I wanted her to still get a little piece, even though we exposed him as a fuck boy from the 80s, which they called
her nails done. She was so
which
excited.
They called the Playboy. It was called Playboys instead of fuck boys.
She went to go shop for a gown at the shop, and then trans girls worked at the shop that she was shopping for a dress. And she's like, "Girl, who are you so excited about?" You know, he speaks in, what she said, he speaks in riddles. You know, he had told me.
He speaks in pickup lines.
Yeah. And she was like, oh, and he had told me the angels had fell from the sky. And he told me, I've been walking through his mind all day. In the shade that the girls knew
who it was just by his pickup lines and how big his dick was. Ooh. The gays will tell it all. They have a whole biography on you. If you have ever fucked one of the kids, they're going to know. They're going to share it and they're going to tell it.
Oh, so at the Superman used to... Okay, yep, we know him. Dominican something.
Been there, done that.
Whatever you said your name was.
Yeah, all of that.
Exposed. Hashtag.
I will not allow me to be exposed. The depiction of alcoholism this week on Pose was extremely important. Was extremely good. Pray Tell's character just nailed it. And if the nigga was not drinking on set to make it look this good... Somebody give him an Emmy.
They started a hashtag. Oh my gosh.
Somebody give him an Emmy because it looked just like every drunk 40 to 50-year-old nigga I have ever met in my life.
And then the tone in the response of when it was called out. They was like, we're going to be a good family. You know, Pray Tell this family. We're going to have a dinner. And then before they
could what about this fucked up ass couch? This ain't no goddamn house.
These your children. You a horrible mother. And then, like, don't you sell dick to...
sell ass.
How do you pay your part of the rent? You don't respect your... I was like, what? This sounds like something an elder would say. Wow. It was just very...
Like, reads that they had for, like, the last 3 years.
Had.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, those people had, and alcohol brought it to the front line. And so that is the definition of alcoholism, when you are dependent on alcohol so much to change your feelings, to change your emotions, to change your state of mind and place where you are in the world, because all other things have, just crashed and fell, which I understand completely. Like, his boyfriend, maybe the love of his life, was dying. He was watching him die. Alcohol can be something easy to turn to, and luckily that was all he turned to, because a lot of other people turn to something harsher than fucking alcohol.
Woohoo!
So again,
take down Tina.
Yeah.
Hashtag.
So again, the depiction of alcoholism on this last episode of Pose was just amazing.
I got lost in the tweets about Billy Porter. I was like, you talking about? I'm like, I done got lost in the tweets. Wow, Billy Porter deserves the thing.
If he is not at least Emmy nominated.
I think it comes out this Thursday. The show is gonna get some things. I'm not sure how many or which ones.
Well, we want to make sure that it gets renewed. So we talked about the ratings last week. Make sure that you guys are definitely checking it out. If you're not checking it out live because you got shit to do on Sunday, make sure you record it. Every view counts. Have viewing parties for this show. We do not need one season of this show. We need 10 more seasons of this show. 20 more seasons.
The show got 594,000
which is a dip. That's why we need viewing parties.
It's a plus, actually, because episode 5 had 582. So this week we got 594,000. So that's actually a plus. But, the fourth episode got 719,000. So anything under the 719,000, honestly, is a dip. But we're on par with our 619,000 average. So just keep watching the show, you guys.
Keep Pose alive.
We need every week to be 719,000
or more, because there are a lot of worse shows on TV that plenty of millions of people are watching. Amen. So at least we can do is watch and keep it alive.
Content.
Yeah, it's about us. Speaking of Daddy Dick, this episode also included my baby daddy, Laith Ashley. I'm not gonna just brush over that. He also won.
You should brush over that.
Anyway,
in private.
Hey Daddy, the kids need Pampers. I'm just gonna leave that there. I'm pleading the blood for Angel because my psychic abilities.
Okay.
I talked about it last episode. I think somebody's gonna die by the end, and the downward spiral of her white boyfriend. I just feel like he gonna at least strangle her.
Oh my god!
I just don't see it. Like when
the guy who works for Donald Trump is gonna strangle her.
Yeah, or kill her or something. Because he's like put in this space, and when you corner an animal and they don't have nothing else to do, they fucking scratch their way out.
Because he showed mad at the guy that he worked with.
He can't even go back. He's so embarrassed. He probably won't even go back to work. He can't go back to work. He can't go back home. All he has is her, and he's dealing with his emotions of not technically being a homosexual.
He doesn't know what he is.
Yeah, I know. And there's probably not. There wasn't a word for what he is in 1985 or whenever this was.
Yeah, 1985.
But his confusion is the breeding ground for anger and rage that gets so many trans girls killed, and it still happens today. I'm confused with myself, and I don't know what you are, and if I just kill you, I won't be in love with you. I won't be in love with something that's nasty and something that's dirty and something that's not a woman. And if I just kill you and get you out the way, then I'll resolve these things with myself, and I can get back to my job and I can get back to my woman. And none of those things are ever really gonna happen. We know that, but those are the things that go through those types of people's heads. And I see the hamster in the wheel with that white young man that Evan Peters is playing, and I want to be wrong. I want to be so fucking wrong. But I feel like we might only have a couple episodes left with Angel.
Shout out to Hollywoodology. He tweeted, I also feel like someone is going to die this season in Pose at the Superman at Hereford Pod. He didn't say who, but shout out to Hollywoodology. So hopefully you and him get what y'all want.
I don't want it. I want to be wrong.
I don't want it.
I want to be wrong. Lastly, there was it's been covered by a couple of different outlets. Daily Mail has a great news article that we will post below about trans girls in racing.
In who?
Racing.
What's that?
In high school racing.
Oh, track and field.
Yes.
Okay.
We both recently watched a video hosted by Megyn Kelly
Surprisingly, she was the host of The Venture, but
where they were talking about the fairness of a trans woman being trans women being in high school and collegiate races with biological women, and the fairness of that, because there are a couple lawsuits going on currently. Other kids,
the girls love finding a good lawsuit, baby. So you know which community this is in.
Filing lawsuits and trying to get these girls kicked out of the sport,
titles revoked and everything.
Right. And so again, the link will be down below. It was featured on a couple different ones, but the most accurate that I saw was Daily Mail, and then again the Megyn Kelly report on trans track racers. The issue I have is trans girls still being disinvited to the party for the advantage of someone that is not.
Girls want participation awards.
Everyone wants that, and they will, by any means necessary, claim, oh, well, she was born a man, and so she has an advantage.
Excuses, hashtag.
If you are in a sport, and I am black, and you are white, a lot of geneticists would say, I might have an advantage over you.
Excuses, hashtag.
But you have to do the best that you can do, work the hardest that you can do to be the best at your sport with the gifts that you have been given.
Amen.
And that is across race, that is across gender, that is across humankind.
All right now.
I have no idea why these people think that because this person may have been born a man means that they are a man in a wig running a race. This is not a man in a wig running a race. This is a trans woman running a race, trying to be decorated and trying to be important.
Yeah, I want my first place medal, girl.
I'm good at this.
I want my medal.
And I'm not good at this because I was born a man. I'm good at this because I worked hard at it.
That's practice. I showed up.
If Serena Williams played the best
male, they did that to her.
If Serena Williams played the best male player on the planet, she would beat him every fucking time.
And not just because she's female.
And not
well what is that? What does gender have to do with anything?
What's gender dysmorphia? So
not in the Serena Williams versus any male tennis player in the world. It's just because Serena Williams has talent.
That's what I'm saying. Well, it's a misnomer. So they're
these girls in these lawsuits.
Yeah, using an argument that is old as fuck. Yes, biology used to tell us that males are stronger all the time. Have you seen some of these
have you seen me? Because I'd be like, girl, you can win or you can have it. Put me down for fifth. Child.
Have you seen some of these 5 foot 12th graders?
Okay, like girl, put me down for 12th place.
Genetics is not all across the board in medicine. First off, medicine is a practice.
Amen.
And when that study came out that men were just genetically stronger, born genetically stronger always, they always have more testosterone. It was old, it was antiquated, and it was redacted. Men are not always born with all the same levels of testosterone. No. I am not born with the same level of testosterone as some other man over here,
or me sitting next to you,
or that. I didn't want to throw shade.
You didn't want to throw shade.
I didn't want to throw shade, but I
sign up.
So my level of testosterone may help me with muscle growth and may help me with getting bigger, but someone else's lack of testosterone and increased progesterone because they may already be on
pro who?
Progesterone, a female.
It's a
female hormone.
Okay.
But the increase of my progesterone because I'm a trans girl means that I'm probably going to be just as disadvantaged, quote unquote, as you are because I have less testosterone in me. Mm-hmm. So that, in and of itself, quote unquote, evens the fields. What I saw on the internet as far as what other black gays were saying was making me just as equally as mad as the white straight people.
Oh, Lord.
The argument that biological women should get to have something for themselves.
Well, it was like a Title IX or a Title X law in like the 70s that mandated that there should be female sports because women weren't being given the opportunity at the time. And there wasn't as much investment in female sports at the time. But we're also we're on like our fifth version of feminism at this point. So women's rights in sports is definitely included in our vision and mission and values. So what I want to add to this is there is an NCAA rule for college sports that for persons who are in transition, that you have to be on treatment for one full calendar year before you can engage in collegiate sports. And maybe the high school should focus on that instead of focusing on trying to hurt these two trans women, these two specific trans women. Like, look at the policy overall.
Black trans women.
Because somehow Donald Trump won the Electoral College, but Hillary Clinton won the popular vote. So what we need to do is focus on the Electoral College. We don't need to be focused on Donald Trump. Let's focus on, like looking bigger than just this one situation. How can we make this better in the future? But with these people's vision, mission, and values seem to be misguided by focus on these two trans women. And if you just look at go for policy, then that's the way that you get the change that you actually want. But they're not smart. Even with all their lawyers, they're not smart. So may the best woman win. Shout out to the two trans women. How about that? And it's not because they're trans that they're winning. It's because you're fickle.
Yeah.
That's the end of my colorful commentary.
Well, or you're just inferior. How about that?
Fickle hashtag inferior.
Just inferior. You have the same complex that Maria Sharapova has every fucking year. Child. That bitch just beat me because she big and she black. Or is it because she's better?
It's because you number two, and you should just make it your favorite number and live with it. Play that down to the lottery.
And that's it.
That's it.
Biological women have plenty of advantages and plenty of spaces. Nothing is being taken away from them. And again, we'll just end that with that.
Thank you guys so much for leaving us reviews on Apple Podcasts. Open your podcast app. Search for our name. If you know it, then extra points for you. And click that and click write a review. We're up to like 66 reviews. So shout out to y'all.
We need some more 5-star reviews because the nigga is 5 stars.
Oh, you claiming the victory?
Yeah.
Are you trans? Thank you guys so much for that. We are going to get into social studies this week. It's a game that I made. Y'all know, anytime that y'all hear we playing a game, like y'all would run on the made games. This week it says the game is titled "Is It True or They Lying on Their Dick?" For episode 69 of Here for a Podcast. I just figured I should make it sexual.
69. Sharon is Karen. Put that dick in your mouth.
The first one is easy. It says, getting head makes your dick bigger, or men lying on their dick. What's your answer?
Both.
You got to pick one or the other, Toya.
Well, getting head does make your dick bigger because it makes you have a harder erection because you're sucking more blood into the penile shaft. And without sucking that blood into the penile shaft, it may just be a half semi-erection or just a okay erection. But if you suck enough of that blood in that goddamn dick, oh, that dick is going to be a little bit bigger than you thought it was. In some cases. I can't speak for other niggas' dicks.
See, I forgot you. When I did this, I forgot you went to fucking nursing school. Shit, you study medicine. The Journal of Sexual Medicine reports men who received oral sex before reporting their size had significantly larger penises than men who measured after fantasizing or those who masturbated. So I could see how a person being there drawing blood into the penis would make. Look at you. Oh, I fucking hate you.
Yeah, so
I wanted you to get that wrong.
If you think, let's just start with the theoretical 9-inch, which is the gay dick. All gay niggas think they have 9 inches. All gay niggas think they have 9 inches. So let's say your dick is 9 inches and you get hard regularly. Your dick might not be a full 9. It might be a full 8.5.
It might be 8.25.
8.6, maybe
8.36.
But if he sucked this dick good enough and enough blood has engorged your dick, you might get to the full 9, your full potential.
Amen.
And that's the mountaintop that you're trying to reach. Next question.
Men's testosterone make them more likely to be killed or injured by lightning strikes. Or are they lying on their dick?
Probably. It could probably be something that attracts lightning.
Men's testosterone.
Yeah. I think men get hit by more lightning than women.
From 1968 to 2010, about 85% of deaths were men per the Center for Disease Control.
Yeah.
Another study by the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration suggests it's because men participate in more leisure activities that expose them to lightning strikes, such as fishing and camping.
And hunting.
That's gross. I'm mad because I feel like you're not going to get one of these wrong. You need to get one wrong for sport.
Oh, shit.
No fishing and camping teas. But you competitive. Here we go. Number 3. A man can ejaculate for 7 days if he expects to see significant testosterone levels increase, or a man lying on their dick.
True. So in sporting, sometimes they tell you to go a little bit longer than a week. They tell you don't even touch that thing. Don't look at your wife. Don't do nothing for 2 weeks.
How am I supposed to not look at her? She go.
They say that because they know you susceptible. If you look at a bitch, you might try and fuck her in the kitchen while she cooks the chicken. So the week rule is probably like a baseline, but a lot of times they'll tell you a little bit more. So as long as you've saved the juice up, quote unquote, it'll be redistributed throughout your body, so you can play football harder or play basketball harder and shit like that.
I'm defeated. The popular no-fap community cites a 2003 Zhejiang University study revealing up to 45.7% increase in testosterone level after 7 days. This study measured for 16 days, and after that 1-day spike, testosterone returned to baseline or slightly lower levels from day 8 to day 16 when the experiment ended. Okay, so yeah, it's something happens on day 7, but after day 7, girl, you might as well just go and bust because you wasting time.
Well, no, again, like I said, they still feel like 7 is a baseline, so that's the start. Like, you're not gonna get nothing extra if you just wait 3 days and be like, well, I didn't nut for 3 days, so am I good? I can lift a little bit more? No, nigga, wait a week. If you wait a week and a half, a little bit more of it supposedly seeps back into your system, and you can do more. That, and it also causes pimples, so that's why I don't even play with that shit. But yeah.
Number 4, men are generally more healthy than women and don't need as many doctor visits. Or are men lying on their dick?
Men are lying on their dicks. Men are generally the first to fucking die. We have the earliest death age.
We do that 7 years.
We have faster. More problems outside of cancers because women develop different cancers more than us, obviously, because they have different and more body parts sexually in that area. But no, men are definitely more unhealthy.
Men go to the doctor just as much as women.
That's a lie.
Just as soon as they retire.
If they retire, if they get to that fucking age.
That's what the study said.
They don't get to that age because our life expectancy is so short.
34% of working age men would be embarrassed or ashamed to take time off work for mental health issues. That we need to address. 1/3 of us are ashamed of our mental health issues. In the same annual study from the National Health Survey, the National Health Service in England reports 30% of men wouldn't take time off for medical issues, including blood in their urine. 40% wouldn't for an unexpected lump, and 42% wouldn't take off work and go see a doctor for chest pain. So nearly half of us won't take our work for chest pain, blood coming out our wings.
Wherever, like the president used to say. Blood coming out of her wherever.
We gotta do better. Y'all gotta stop lying on y'all dick and just say like, sir, I need to take off on Tuesday. I got an appointment at 3:45 or 11:30, and you need to go see a doctor. Blood is coming out of your urine and you have chest pain.
Stop having so much pride and get you a scooter.
You can't be good for no one else if you do not take care of yourself.
Where is your scooter?
The last one says, Giving USA reports $410 billion was pumped into charities in 2017, and $208 86 of that was given by individual donations. Men are responsible for more than 75% of those donations, or are they lying on their dick?
I don't know. I think that they may not be like working in major gifts with nonprofits. Most of the larger gift donors were men.
So men are the gift. You're saying
I think that they are not lying on their dicks in that.
Lady baby boomers and older women give 89% more to charity than men their age.
Oh, see, that's
and
still
women
not
in the
complete.
top 25% of permanent income give 156% more than men in this same category. Per the Center of Philanthropy at Indiana University, women live longer, earn less, and have less in their retirement, but give more than men.
That's a blessing.
Woo! I said I gotta earn
think-
less, don't have that much when I get through working, and somehow still give more to charity than men. If you listen to Here For a podcast, I know that you have a charitable issue that you care about.
Here for a podcast can be one of them.
Amen. Patreon.com/Here For a pod. But pretty please give $10 out of your next paycheck to a charity organization that you care about. I'm excited about LGBT youth homelessness. The Superman has issues that he's military veterans.
Well, our current baby is the Ruby's house. It's
Casa Ruby.
Casa Ruby's house.
Yes.
And so that is our charity of choice. And so if you feel like you would like a tax write-off this year, they are accepting plenty of donations, and they have their 501c3 credentials, which is extremely important.
CasaRuby.org if you would like to give to our charity of choice. But please, men listening to this podcast and women, give to a charity this week in your next pay period. You done paid the rent. You done had for July. You gonna waste $60 on a date to go bad. You can give $60 to a charity. $10 is what I'm requesting. But that's this week's social studies.
So I'm going to give us a listener letter that I got in my face.
All right. Yeah, in person you said.
Yes, in person. And then we will get into sexual health. But
So just fuck my drag, right?
Yep.
Fuck my whole listener letter. Can you do your sexual health and then let me get to listeners letter
No.
segment? All right. Well, send us your questions and comments to hereforitpod@gmail.com or to any inbox where you can find us on social media. The first question in my note says, at the Superman, you received an in-person question.
Mr. Remington, I am answering your in-person question. Thank you so very much for listening. You are a long-time listener.
It causing rifts in our podcast episode.
You are a long-time listener and first-time
We love you.
first-time
We do love
questioner,
you. I'm just joking.
and we appreciate you so much. The topic is bro code.
Oh, Lord, here we go.
When is it okay?
Never. Bros always acting up. Bro code, y'all always acting up.
When is it okay to fuck your friend's ex? I think this is a complicated question.
Okay.
I understand the reason for the questioning. I understand the reasoning for the question. I think that if y'all are real true bros, y'all will have a question. Y'all will have a conversation about this ex and say, "Why do you want to fuck my ex?" That's gross. 1. 2, do you really have any beliefs that this is gonna go anywhere past the fuck, or are you just trying to fuck because you're curious? 3, are you sure? Because he's my ex. And if he's my ex for a reason, and that means he ain't gonna be no goddamn good to you, Savannah.
And I walked you through the whole scenario. Because we bros. So I called you Tuesday. Bitch, you want a happy hour? He fucking up again. All right, girl. You want margaritas or do you want what you want? I'm like, girl, what we getting?
I mean, if the dick or
If
the
we
ass is
bros.
that good and you don't care no more, sure, whatever. But
Does there have to be like a time period to pass? Does it have to be like 3 years or 5 or 10 years or something? Because people grow over time. But I mean, like, if I just broke up with him in like September and here it is, spring, summer, Now you want to talk to him like, bitch. I couldn't keep him when it was cold outside. You know, niggas love to cuddle.
Bitch, so I took your man.
Now it's hot outside, and you think he gonna stay faithful to you? Girl, move around.
So, I mean, again, the question is really more if you just want to fuck him or if y'all want to date. So if you just want to fuck him, I think you should be asking these questions and say, okay, cool. Are you going to be okay after I just fuck him? I'm not trying to date this nigga. I am not trying to be in a relationship with him. Mm-hmm. I am not bringing him in our friend circle. I want to test drive it, you know. And you have to be respectful of your friend to say, bro. And if they say no, I don't think that's good for our circle, then leave it the fuck alone. Just go fuck somebody else. Delete the number, block. There are friend circles, bros, where that's not even a question. Don't come up because don't want to touch it, bros. But obviously, Mr. Remington, you might be in a different type of friend circle. And there are plenty of friend circles like yours. I'm not trying to shame your friend circles because I've seen plenty of friend circles where they have all fucked each other, and definitely will fuck somebody else's ex or current boyfriend at the time.
Hashtag community dick
and ass.
Oh wow, it's community ass now.
Oh, there's
no. We're saints. Bottoms are, you're not gonna do about bottom sisters. We're all saints.
There's asses out there that will let the whole community fuck at the same time. So yes,
hashtag bug chasers.
And they so yes, I think that you should have an open discussion with your friend,
a closed door conversation,
and don't let it be wall to wall. But have a conversation with them. Be open and say
it depends on your friend circle. Basically.
Yeah. Well, I mean, shit. If they your real bro, your friend, you can still just ask the question. You can't delete the friend because they asked. You're like, well, at least he gave me the courtesy or respect to ask. And you should just do that. And then if they say no, then they say no. There's gonna be another ass or dick, another nigga gonna come along. But at least ask the question and have a conversation. And then if not, if they say no, cool, move along. If they say yeah, fuck them tonight.
All right.
Thank you, Mr. Remington.
Thank you. We love you at Here For a Podcast. What's going on this week in sexual health?
This week in sexual health, I want to cover. It's kind of another pulse topic, but not because it's still very relevant.
A pulse, like the shooting.
Pose.
Okay, another you said pulse.
Another pose topic.
Okay, here we go.
Another pose topic. So thrush is a fungal infection.
Thrush.
Yeah. Thrush is a fungal infection.
It's like a new album title. Ooh.
It's a new fungal infection. It's not a new. Goddamn it. It's
not. Don't title your album.
It's nothing new, actually.
Don't title your album Thrush. I really was like, ooh, the next Tiana Taylor album.
When you look at the pictures for Thrush, you won't want the title Nothing Thrush.
I'm Googling. You know I love good Google. Thrush.
So on Pose, Pray Tell's boyfriend had thrush when he was in the hospital where he couldn't talk. It is a common diagnosis amongst people that are HIV positive.
Oh my God, oh wow! Don't title your album this.
I said that. It's a common diagnosis amongst a lot of people that are HIV positive, and definitely when they've fared into the territories.
They got thrush on their tonsils.
Fared into the territories of AIDS. It is opportunistic as far as a lot of people that are HIV positive probably will get it at some point. It can be a conglomerate of a certain fungus that is really there to protect you, but since your body is so susceptible to infection, the fungus accumulates a lot more and will cause the infection that it's supposed to be protecting you against. It can appear red, pink, or in white patches and bumps throughout your mouth, throughout your tongue, on the top of your mouth, roof of your mouth, under your tongue. Types of it is technically vaginal yeast infections. Again, it's also known as candidiasis. Pause Magazine covered the virus about a year ago and said HIV positive people who have oral thrush or vaginal yeast infections can occur at any time.
It's the herpes.
It's not herpes.
I mean, it's not herpes, but like herpes can occur at any time. Like, oh, I got a date Tuesday, and your herpes will be like, hey, breakout alert.
Yeah, and so when thrush happens, you can't just go out after that. Like, it's extremely hard to eat. It's extremely hard to swallow anything, drink anything. It's extremely hard to talk, which we saw in the episode post, which is why I wanted to highlight what it actually was. Because they they don't have that much time to like give full medical diagnoses. So I wanted to talk about it and go over it because it is very important. Regardless of your CD4 count, so you can have an extremely high CD4 count and be extremely healthy when you're HIV positive and still succumb to thrush.
Wow.
Because
succumb to it?
Not die, but be infected.
Okay.
Because your body is still autoimmune deficient. The more the immune system becomes damaged, the more the oral virus can take over and become bigger and badder in your mouth and other regions.
Oh my God. And your vaginal yeast.
Yeah. So if you have a vagina, then yeah, you should definitely be scared of it. The main point around this is PrEP is still the best method for prevention.
PrEP stuff. Okay.
Yep.
Team condoms.
Cool. That didn't work in the 80s.
I know. We went to the condoms versus the PrEP brunch, and I put my thing on Team Condoms, so you put your little vote for Team PrEP, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is a battle.
Well, that didn't work there either, but as we saw in Pose, which is also what we're talking about, condoms were becoming very popular at the time because people thought that they could prevent dying from them, but that whole revolution still did not win. People still died in the early 90s, just as tragically. And so if we want to be realistic about our health, we really need to look at our options. And PrEP is an extremely, extremely important option.
Shout out to you, our PrEP advocate on staff. Our second listener question, again, send us questions anywhere you find us on social media, preferably hereforitpod@gmail.com. Our second listener question, it says, hey guys, this was sent to us via email. Thank you for using the email. Hey guys, since separating from my husband in 2006, my close friends have stepped in as my travel companions. Traveling keeps my mind off of my real world day-to-day problems. So, all the trips taken in 2017 were basically successful, and I enjoyed each one of them and the people that I traveled with. My first trip was in May. I decided to rent a house in California for 2 weeks.
Rich.
Shout out to your job. I invited my close friends to come out on the second week because it's been a minute since we hung out due to living in different states now. My first week included the relaxing at the beach, getting high, eating, shopping, all the things I know.
Invite us, nigga. What are you doing?
I'm free next week. All the things I know that my friend doesn't really care for besides eating. He pretty much isn't into anything that doesn't have to do with the clubs, guys, or drinking. Nevertheless, I had an amazing time alone the first week. Shout out to self-care. Amen.
I agree.
In his name. Under his eye. Shout out to the Handmaid's Tale.
He both us, shout out.
When my friend arrived, it was like a dark cloud placed over the trip. Excessive drinking, getting us kicked out of several bars and clubs because he wants to fight or he thinks everyone that he encounters is a racist. So basically, forcing me into babysitter mode, in which this behavior instantly made me ready to go. Since we don't live in the same city anymore and I don't get to see him maybe twice a year, I decided that I would tough it out and stayed for the rest of the trip. The next trip was in June to Orlando, which is like my second hometown. I wanted to take my friend somewhere for his birthday on me, and he picked Orlando. The trip started off great, taking him to all my favorite spots and places. We went out the night of his birthday, and he got extremely intoxicated, in which I'm fine with it because he never gets drunk or does anything fun for that matter. The next day, he had a whole attitude with me because I let him get so drunk. This is his first hangover experience. So I tried to smooth things out, but that Oh, but he wasn't having it and gave me the silent treatment the rest of the trip. Question. Do you guys have any tips on dealing with friends when you travel to avoid issues, or is it best to just travel solo? P.S. I love the podcast. I continue to tune in each week to hear Ed the Superman's sexiest voice and Ed Ronald Matters' classic Memphis shade, my first hometown. Oh, shout out to Memphis being your first hometown. Thanks, Ty. So, Ty, shout out to Memphis, 901 Shelby Drive. Look alive. How you doing?
Thank you, Ty.
That was a long letter, Ty. I'm intoxicated.
I understand your struggle in that with your friend, but just like we talked about earlier with identifying alcoholism, I easily identified that alcoholism with your friend. There's a difference between being a functional alcoholic, which this podcast is,
Amen,
and a non-functional alcoholic. And a non-functional
you want to fight because
alcoholic,
you think everybody racist and all this.
a non-functional alcoholic will cause those type of situations, and they'd be mad at you for not policing them in those type of situations when they can be policing themselves.
Why you tell me to not slap that bitch? Whoa, you're over the age 18. Do you want to lose your job? Do you want to be out of town and go to jail? Do you have bail money? But you policing me on what I... Oh, sorry. I'm going to let you finish.
You also have to realize who you can and can't travel with to certain places. There are niggas that you can travel with to the bar down the street, and there will be less consequences when y'all just leave the bar down the street because you know the owner, you know the bartender, you know the manager, or blah, 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 and there are less consequences. When you leave the goddamn country, you need to know who the fuck is going with you and how they act. I am never going out of the country with a bitch that I don't know how they're going to act when we get out. Because them out of the country jails ain't the same. And they don't give a fuck about your goddamn American passport. You can sit there for 3 months about some shit that your friend did. So you have to know who you can travel with out of the country. Traveling solo is still good. I have had so much fun going by myself. Again, I have never went someplace where I can't make a friend or make a fuck buddy. So traveling is definitely fun. I don't discourage doing that, but still travel with your friends, but know who to travel with.
Well, these were domestic flights to California and Orlando, Florida. But I get your point because
it's the same in traveling statewide. Even if you if you just leaving the city and going up north, you can't take this nigga to North California.
Because no shade, Chris Brown got arrested in Tampa, Florida about some shit he did a year ago. And I don't need to be hanging out with girls like that. Like, okay, so you on my birthday trip and you get arrested in Kissville, Florida. Kissimmee, Florida. About some shit you did a year ago in some other county in Florida. I don't have time for that. You got to know the girls you're traveling with, even on domestic flights. Cause
you got to know their charges, more importantly.
But yeah, especially like, I don't know. It's just what you said at the Superman is very on point. You got to know the girls you're traveling with. I went to Miami by myself. I was like, because everybody booked Miami vacation trips and go with all their girls for all the things. But child, when I went to Miami by myself and I just was like, I went to the beach, I'm gonna lay out for like 2 or 3 hours and then I'm gonna go here and then I'm gonna stop by this restaurant and go look at the dudes because I heard the dudes, the heterosexual men be out here. I'm just looking and lurking. And like those things are just as fun. But it is more fun when you like, bitch, you see him in the red shorts, bitch, he out here. Oh my gosh, I can't believe Straight Trade out here in sandals. He probably didn't get a pedicure. It is more fun to joke and cackle with a friend, but yeah, maybe this person isn't the friend to go out of town with.
Yeah,
It's this person, isn't?
And definitely not right now because again, whatever they're going through,
and as his friend, you need to be asking him what is you need to be helping him get to the baseline of his issues since you consider him your friend. Because if he's searching to alcoholism to help him cope, hey, let's talk.
And coping with it violently in return. So there's a difference when you are coping and you going to sleep. And then you coping and then you going out into the streets and fighting. and then you mad because nobody stops you from fighting.
You big man.
Big man.
I can't argue with you.
Do not argue with him.
Do not argue with him. Because he'll hit you and then what?
And be mad because he in jail next day. Why the fuck you let me hit you, bitch? You was supposed to dip.
Oh my God. When I had kicked you in the chest, you was supposed to take 2 steps back. What are you here for this week?
Lord Jesus.
Amen.
You are blessed and highly favored, but we are singing our songs.
Oh my gosh.
We're getting there. Thank you so much.
What's the song for your soul?
The song for my soul this week is definitely not Boot Up or its remixes again. I'm not gonna be here for it.
Y'all was heavy in our tweet.
You can fucking be back on Twitter. You can be back on Twitter with me about it. I
can't even get it out.
No. I don't want to hear none of the remixes.
Things you could leave in 2018.
Leave it in 2017. Like she made the shit.
Yeah, this song did come out.
It did. We didn't need it. We don't need it for the next 6 months. Sorry.
I ain't got no tears left to cry.
I need you like water, like breath, like rain. I need your like mercy from Heaven's Gate. There's a freedom in your arms that carries me through. I need you.
That's so sweet. You never told me that before.
I wasn't talking to you.
Oh.
The song is from LeAnn Rimes. It is an amazing country pop song from 1998. It is when I think pop was just different. And I just love this song. It helped branch me into some country music because I was a black nigga from Detroit and we ain't believe
Toya, present.
We ain't believe in that shit. And then I started listening to more of it. Like her pop album she did a pop album, then a country album, then a pop album, and then I was like, oh, okay, well some of this is kind of the same. It's still it's a little twangy over here, but some of it is still the same. And so I still think I credit that for opening my minds to some country music because otherwise I would not have ever listened to country music. I would still be a Detroit bird. But the song is beautiful. It's amazing. When you in love, write this shit down. Write it into your love letter for
put it in your notes app
for the love for the nigga or for the bitch, whoever you're in love with, and it'll make them wet. I'm sure. I Need You by LeAnn Rimes.
The song for my soul this week is My Kind of Love by Emily Sunday. Emily Sunday has written and produced hits for all your faves. My Kind of Love starts out really good. It says, I know I'm far from perfect. Nothing like your entourage. I can't grant you any wishes. I won't promise you the stars. But something about like when you're down and out, when you giving up and blah, blah, blah. That's when you experience my kind of love. It's it's soul singing from a UK singer. Shout out to the European Union. Hashtag Brexit. That's when you experience
the United Kingdom, not European Union.
The European Union. Okay, so that's when y'all gonna experience Emily Sunday's Kind of Love. So shout out to child, when you feel like giving up, clocking out, child, don't even know if you got enough gas to make it to the house. That's when you'd experience My Kind of Love. Coming in, save the day. It was just a good ballad, and yeah, get your life.
Outstanding.
Girl, you know me out. This is about to get me outstanding. Hey, man,
did she write that?
Oh, that was the Gap Band. Since we was on songs, I was like, I live for good old Gap Band.
That sounds like that should have been a song for your soul.
I don't have no gaps. It's tight up here.
Lies. This week there have been 3 or 4 weeks now in a row that I've been here for something.
So the streak continues.
I'm still here for something.
There we go. Week 5.
And can't nobody move me.
You don't say no seats in a place like this.
You don't say no seats in a place like this, girl. I put my purse down. What do you mean? Move your hand, honey. Move your hand. Move your hat.
It was somebody's graduation and grandma was not here for it. But we are here for something this week.
I am here for something this week. But you can't move me about it.
Hello.
And what I am here for this week is Drag Race Thailand. Drag Race Thailand has re-inspired me, and I am so excited to see it. I don't know how the fuck I'm gonna get the Wild Presents app or whatever the fuck is coming on, but I'm gonna figure the shit out when they do come on. But
it's $3.99 a month. You spend more that much on condoms to go with your prep, because prep and condoms work.
Bless you.
Thank you.
But it looks amazing. After all the shit that has been going on, the controversy of RuPaul's Drag Race season 10, I'm happy to see. I wasn't even gonna dig up that old coffin, but whatever. There's been so much like negativity where I forgot the happiness that I've had with Drag Race, where I was just excited and it was just not bullshit going on. So to see it, I saw it first on Wild Presents channel with Raja and Manila this week. They did their review of it, and you got to see the judges. The judges walked the runway with the contestants, which is new because the judges pretended I'm too good to be there. I'm gonna sit at the judges table. And so they walked the runway with the contestants, and it looked amazing. They were already sickening. Then all the contestants had to do a 3-part reveal. I don't know if we can call it a reveal because it's not RuPaul's Drag Race. It's just Drag Race Thailand. But they did a reveal, and all of them turned it 3 times, which no other Drag Race in season 10
Drag
plus.
Race America do that.
They should, because they should be at that level by now. This is their first season, and they're at the level of, girl, bring 3 looks.
Episode 1.
Bring 3 looks in one.
No, they had to make it from scratch.
That's what I mean. They brought materials, and they made the materials into 3 looks.
Design on a dime.
Tease. Yeah, nobody brought Givenchy and was like, well, it's gonna be Givenchy at the end.
Hello.
You had made it, and you had to make it look like Givenchy in the end. And so that's what would capture my eye the most. It just looked so. Well, it looked very effortful, but looked effortless at the same time.
Ooh, poetic. I like that.
They all don't have the social media platforms that all these American drag queens have. They all don't get these super big payouts that these American drag queens have when they go to a club or go to a booking. And they are still able to turn the party. And that, to me, is what drag should be about. If you are making $1 million in bookings, and one of these girls that's making $40,000 in Thailand is out looking you are fucking up.
And we're here for it.
I'm here for Drag Race Thailand.
Competition in the game, yes.
Hopefully it's Drag Race without racism. And I'm gonna leave that where I left that. I'm gonna leave that right there.
I like it, Daddy. A couple things this week. Well, 3. So is it a couple or is it like a few? So 3 things. I'm definitely here for Pose having their second highest week's rating at 594,000, which we already discussed Pose at length this episode. But this Pose this week had their second highest week. So shout out to Pose. And shout out to Kiki, Do You Love Me? Kiki Wyatt is getting her life. Because Kiki Wyatt posted, there's a America's Next Top Model. It said, there's a meme of Tyra Banks standing up there with the pictures in her hand. It said, there's 4 Kikis in front of me, but I only have 1 photo. And Kiki Wyatt knew that she was going to be the one. Kiki, do you love me? So shout out to Kiki Wyatt getting her life. It's a fun little joke. Somebody made a meme and Kiki Wyatt shared it. So shout out to Kiki Wyatt. Check her out on her Instagram. Also, serious moment. Twitter user ChugsNation619 said, Kylie Jenner paid a couple $100s to get her lips done. Then she made $8.7 million off selling a cosmetic lip kit, then got her lips removed. That's how you flip a brick. And I'm here for it. Because she went and got her some Juvederm injections or whatever the Plan B and Plan C injectable lip filler. Turned around and said, Mama, I want to sell lip kits. Turned around, made millions of dollars. She is on track to be a $1 billion company in the next few years. So she's made a lot of money off the lip kits, but since then she's introduced foundations and mascaras and all of those other things. But
all of that on the back of a black lip that wasn't hers in the beginning.
And then she got those things injected in her lips, and then she turned around and got something else injected in her lips to help the fillers. Is it dissipate? Is it dissipate or dissipate?
Dissipate.
Dissipate faster at a faster pace. So now she's back to, it's a little bigger because she's had those injections in her lips over the years. I've had to adjust to the growth from all the fillers, but she's trying to get back to her natural lip. And she's on track to become a $1 billion business off of a couple $100.
White privilege. Look at that shit work out.
I'm here for it. I just hope that us as black gay men can figure out, like, hey, if I invest a couple $100 in something, can I turn around and flip that brick and make it 3 times its worth? I know that all of us listening to Here For a Podcast, all of you listening, because we are recording it, all of you listening to Here For a Podcast have a dream, a side hustle, and if you invest into it a little bit more, if you focus on it just a little bit more, whatever you are working on, you can be the next Kylie Jenner, inject a little bit more into it, and you will see the profits pour.
Well, my lips are already big, so I just got shit. I just have to inject shit in my ass, I guess, at this point.
No shade. We both should make an appointment.
What's the discount doctor on Poe's name?
Oh my gosh, I don't know, but I'm not going.
We
to
need
her.
the discount doctor.
I'm not going to her. Hashtag discount.
If y'all don't want to see us at the discount doctor, make sure that you subscribe to us on Patreon, and that way we can go to the real doctor in Dominican Republic and get something round and something nice, like what's his name? Never mind.
I know the name, but I'm not gonna say it right now because I know
we're not gonna say it.
Hey, okay,
we're not gonna say it. And we have gotten to our last call.
This has been a good episode, you guys. Pretty please leave us your comments on anything you've heard,
especially on SoundCloud, especially on our Instagram over at Here For It Pod.
Okay, we done begging for comments and please and things. All right.
If you have a shot with you, make sure that you take a shot with us.
I don't want to take a shot with you this week. Can I take a shot by myself?
No, nigga, shut up.
Oh. Mine is really quick. My last call is to Milan Christopher for having his own dildo and his own fleshlight. Child, I'm sure the business that it took to put that together, I know nothing about.
I want to see what his dildo looks like. So they made like a molding of it?
Yeah, let me pull up the website.
You don't have to. I'm just.
Oh, okay. But shout out to Milan Christopher. You can get the flesh jack. I think they're calling it. I might be saying. Some girls on my videos will still be calling them flashlights. I'm like, sorry, that's not what it's called. But the flesh jack, Milan Christopher, and the dildo are like $129.95 on the website.
Oh, girl.
So, yeah, you get 20% off if you buy them together. So, shout out to Milan Christopher, and go check out his products on the internet. After meeting him in person, I received the message different. So, shout out to Milan Christopher. That's my last call.
Well, this week, my last call is to all the sexy niggas on...
Who?
All the sexy niggas on...
Does that include me?
No, because you didn't do it. On the internet doing the hashtag in my feelings, hashtag Kiki challenge that we semi-referenced earlier.
Yeah.
A lot of niggas are doing it topless. A lot of niggas are doing it in basketball shorts and sweatpants. And I am absolutely here for it. You should do 2 of them. Do a remix to your video, especially if you got a lot of views and retweets and likes. Especially if you got a lot of comments that said, "Ooh, daddy, show me some more." Or if you got like a wedgie video so we can see from the back, do one of those. Be a pioneer.
Did you see the video where they did the In My Feelings challenge from jail?
No.
And that gentleman had a third leg. Oh.
He bought that shot.
Oh my God. I know for myself.
You know for yourself.
Amen. Because I seen the video. You ain't seen it.
I didn't. I'm not going to jail. I don't even want to look at jail photos, pictures.
Amen.
Amen. Again, thank you guys for listening to this week's episode of Here For It Podcast. We are 70,000 listens in.
Plus.
We appreciate you so much. Make sure that you tune in next week where we will have more loud and interruptive things.
Loud and right.
To say.
My name is Ronald Matters. Follow me on the internet at Ronald Matters and, of course, RonaldMatters.com.
I am the Superman, TheeSupaman, and you can still find me at bbw.org.
Bye.
Bye.